Hello students, I hope you all are well. Okay, this chapter, that means you can see integers. This chapter is from 7th standard and this one is your first chapter. In this chapter we will study the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Second is additive identity. Third is properties of multiplication and division of integers. Next is multiplicative identity, and the last one is distributive property of integers under addition and multiplication. Before starting this chapter, I will ask you some questions. Okay, the first question is, which numbers are called natural numbers and which numbers are called whole numbers? Think about it. Next, we will start our lesson. The lesson is integers. I have given the definitions of whole numbers, natural numbers and integers. The definition of whole number is, whole numbers are the numbers from 0 to infinite. I have given the example also, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. That means the numbers which are started from 0 are called whole numbers. Next is natural numbers. Natural numbers are the numbers from 1 to infinite. That means the numbers which are started from 1 is called natural number. Third is integers. Integers are the combination of positive and negative numbers. That means the numbers which include positive number, negative number and 0 are called integers. Now see, whole numbers are started from 0 and natural numbers are started from 1. Both the numbers are included in integers. Okay, understand this one? See, the next is properties of addition. There are 3 properties under addition. First is closure property, second is commutative property and third is associative property. Now see the first property, that is closure property. Closure property means if we take 2 numbers, that means 2 integers, and after that take the addition. If that addition is also an integer, that means it is closed under addition. Now see the example. I have taken 3 and 5. 3 and 5 are integers. After that take their addition, that means 3 plus 5. What we will get? It is 8. 8 is also an integer. That means 3 and 5 are integers and their addition is also an integer. So it is closed under addition. Now see the second example. Minus 2 is integer because it is negative and negative numbers are also integer. And the second is 1. After taking their addition, that means minus 2 plus 1, you will get the answer 1. 1 is also an integer, so it is closed under addition. Now second property, that is commutative property. See the definition. If A and B are 2 integers, then A plus B is equals to B plus A. That means if we interchange the position of A and B, you will get the answer same. See the first example. 5 plus 7 will be 12 and 7 plus 5 will be 12. That means after interchanging the position of 5 and 7, you will get the same answer. That is called commutative property. That means A plus B is equals to B plus A. Now the third property. Third property is associative property. In this property, if A, B and C are any 3 integers, then A plus bracket B plus C is equals to bracket A plus B plus C. Now see where the brackets are. In left hand side, bracket is given to B and C, and in right hand side, bracket is given to A and B. That means if we take the addition of all three numbers, first we have to solve the bracket. After solving the bracket, if the answer is same, that means it is closed under addition. So associative property hold. Now see the first example. 1 plus in bracket 2 plus 3, which is equals to in bracket 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now see both the equations, that means left hand side and right hand side. You will get the answer as 6. That means it is closed under addition. Associative property hold. Now see, I will give you another example. Example number 2. Associative property is A plus in bracket B plus C is equals to bracket A plus B plus C. Now see the brackets. Here brackets is given to A and B, and here bracket is given to B plus C. If we give this bracket to starting number and take the addition, this answer and this answer is the same one. Okay, first example I have given. Now this one is second example. 4 plus in bracket 6 plus 2, and next is 4 plus 6, bracket is given to 4 plus 6 plus 2. Now we have to see this answer and this answer is same or not. Now first we have to solve this bracket. Keep 4 as it is, 4 plus. Now 6 plus 2 will be 8. Now 4 plus 8 will be 12. Now see here. First we have to solve the bracket. 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 will be 10. And plus 2. 10 plus 2 will be 12. Now see, both the answers are same. So it is equal. That means these all equations are equal. Understand this? Now see here, associative property A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. Now next is properties of subtraction. In this also we have to see the closure property, commutative property and associative property. First is closure property. If A and B are two integers, then A minus B is also an integer. See the example. 3 is integer, 6 is integer. Now take the subtraction, you will get the answer minus 3. Is minus 3 integer? Yes, it is an integer. That means it is closed under subtraction. Now see the second example. Minus 2 and minus 1, both are the integers. Now if we take the subtraction between them, that means minus 2 minus minus 1, you will get the answer minus 1, and minus 1 is also an integer. Okay, understand? That means it is closed under subtraction. Now we have to see the commutative and associative property. In addition, commutative and associative property holds, but in subtraction these two property doesn't hold. Commutative property is A plus B is equals to B plus A in addition. Now we have to see in subtraction. Is A minus B is equals to B minus A? No, it is not equal. See the example. 4 minus 5 and 5 minus 4. If we interchange the position of 4 and 5, you will get the different answers. 4 minus 5 is minus 1 and 5 minus 4 is 1. Is minus 1 and 1 are equal? No, both are unequal. So commutative property not hold for subtraction. Now see the associative property. Associative property is for subtraction. A minus in bracket B minus C is not equals to A minus B minus C. See the example. 1 minus in bracket 2 minus 3, which is not equals to in bracket 1 minus 2 minus 3. If we give the bracket to the last two number, See in the left hand side, 1 minus 2 minus 3. First we have to solve the bracket. That means 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 will be minus 1. 1 minus in bracket minus 1. You will get the answer 2. And in right hand side you will get the answer minus 4. Is 2 is equals to minus 4? No. So associative property not holds for subtraction. Now I am solving one more example for commutative. Commutative property is a minus b is not equals to b minus a. If we interchange the position of a and b, you will get the different answer. See, my 6 minus 2 and 2 minus 6. 6 minus 2 will be 4 and 2 minus 6 will be minus 4. 4 and minus 4 are equal? No, they are not equal. That means this property not holds for subtraction. That means this subtraction. Okay. Now see the associative property. Associative property is a minus b minus c is not equals to a minus b minus c. See here, the bracket is for second two numbers and in this bracket is for starting two numbers. Okay. If I taken the numbers, that means here is 4 minus 2 minus 1. I have given the bracket 2, 2 and 1. Now in this 4 minus 2 minus 1, is the answer is same for both? No, both the answers are different. Now see, 4 as it is, we have to solve first bracket. 2 minus 1 will be 1 and here 4 minus 2 will be 2 and minus 1 as it is. Now 4 minus 1 will be 3 and 2 minus 1 will be 1. Is 3 and 1 are same? No, they are not equal. That means 4 minus 1, 2 minus 1. These all equations are not equal. This property is called associative property and associative property is not applicable for subtraction. Understand this thing? Now see, the next is additive identity and inverse. First see the definition of additive identity. It is a number which when added to any integer does not change the value of that integer. That means if we add a particular number to any number, then after we will get that number itself. So additive identity of integer is 0. Why? Because for any integer a, if we add 0 to that number, you will get the number itself as it is. For example, if we add 0 to 2, you will get the answer 2 as it is. So 0 is an additive inverse. Additive identity. If we add 0 to any integer, any number, you will get the number same as it is. Suppose if we add 0 to 100, what will happen? Is the number change? No, 100 will be as it is, because if we add 0 to 100, our answer will be same. That means 0 is additive identity. Understand the thing? Okay. Next is additive inverse. Additive inverse means it is a number which when added to the integer gives additive identity. That is 0 as the answer. Additive inverse of an integer a is minus a. If we have taken a as a number, then its additive inverse will be minus a. That means if we take 1 as the number, then its additive inverse will be minus 1. We have to only take the opposite number of that number. If we take the positive number, then the negative number will be its additive inverse. That means additive inverse of 2 is minus 2 and additive inverse of minus 4 is 4. Only change the sign. See the first example. 1 plus minus 1 is equals to minus 1 plus 1. Answer will be 0. That means 1 is additive inverse of minus 1 and minus 1 is additive inverse of 1. Understand the meaning of additive inverse? If we add plus 5 in minus 5, we will get the answer 0. That means 5 is additive inverse of minus 5 and minus 5 is additive inverse of 5. Okay. Now I will give you homework. Homework is find the additive inverse of following numbers. First number is minus 6, second number is minus 99, third is 44 and fourth one is 69. That means you have to find the additive inverse of all these 4 numbers.